This is the plaintiff, Patricia Frizzolowski. She says she rented what was supposed to be a fully air-conditioned beach house and was forced to endure unbearable conditions throughout a heat wave. The defendant misrepresented the place. Her vacation was ruined. What the defendant advertised was not what they experienced, and she wants her hard-earned $1,500 returned here and now. This is the defendant, Pamela Bolton. She says she never advertised central air conditioning. Window units were available, and there was never one complaint made regarding the AC until after her stay. The only issue she had to deal with was a sluggish drain in the shower, which was addressed immediately. Or a full refund? No way, Jose. She's accused of blowing hot air.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Patricia Frizzolowski?
Yes.
You are suing Pamela Bolton for $1,500 that you want returned to you, the amount that you paid for a rental of a cottage that she owns on the beach, and you want every penny returned to you. Tell me why. What went so wrong?
I looked on a website called Virtual Rental by Owner, and the listing on the website had some false representations on it.
What did it say?
It said that it was fully updated. It had air conditioning, though it did not state central air conditioning. It said air conditioning. It said it had the use of a kayak and a sailfish sunboat, and just that it was fully updated. And
Okay. Can I see, do you happen to have the advertising?
I do.
And you were going to rent this place, why?
My sister has a house about a mile from this property.
Okay.
So we wanted to be near the family and have a family reunion.
Okay, and have you been to your sister's house?
Oh, yes.
You'd seen it. You'd been in this area before.
Oh,
Had you ever
yes.
rented in this area before?
No.
Had you ever rented somebody's private house before?
No.
Okay. So your purchase, 1980. My grandfather bought the cottage in the 40s. Okay. It says air conditioning.
But the first
You were
page,
paying how much?
$1,500 for 5 nights?
For 5 nights. All right, so you rent the place
Yes.
based on just that one picture that's here? Or does she send other pictures?
There were about 5 pictures on the website.
Okay. And were any of those pictures of the bathroom?
No.
Okay, so what happens?
So we get to the unit Monday afternoon. Monday was a lovely day in Connecticut. The weather was gorgeous. Tuesday was the heat wave in Connecticut. It was 102.
Wouldn't you know it?
Wouldn't you know it?
Okay, and you want a beach house and all. All right.
I mean, the house
I guess
where
it's a
it was,
good place to weather a heat wave right on the beach. But.
Yes. The house where it is absolutely gorgeous. On
Okay.
the water right there, the rocks.
So none of that was misrepresented?
No.
Okay.
But the fact that it was fully updated. We got into the house, and it was filthy dirty. There were bugs. There were critters living under the house. Upstairs, there were 3 bedrooms.
What kind of critters?
Chipmunks.
Okay.
They have, she has these beautiful blueberry bushes that they just absolutely love. But
Who can
there
blame them? Go ahead.
There were no smoke detectors in the house. Upstairs were the 3 bedrooms and this old bathroom that through emails with her I thought was from the 60s, and she emailed me and said, no, the bathroom's not from the 60s, the bathroom's from the 70s.
Okay, and you thought that was a misrepresentation because in the advertisement it said fully updated?
Yes.
And you felt that that wasn't fully updated?
No, not
Okay,
at
do you
all.
have pictures?
I do not have pictures.
Okay, so go on. Do you have pictures?
I have pictures, not of the bathroom.
Okay.
So,
May I see your pictures? Go ahead.
you know, it was the second day we woke up to shower, and we go to use the shower, and the water backs up within a couple of minutes
Okay.
in the drain. So I don't know if it was that day or the next day. I contacted Mr. Berry, the realtor who I had picked the key up from, and told him the problem and thought that maybe there just was a hairball down in the drain. And
Okay.
so he sent a plumber over, and the plumber said, no, it's just that the pipe is too small to allow for the water going down the drain.
Okay.
And it's just a problem.
Nice view. Okay, so
Beautiful
what's the
view.
problem? You want every penny you paid to rent a 3-bedroom house for 5 days back, and I'm not hearing the...
I did-
Yes, okay, so the shower backed up.
Right. There were no bed linens.
Okay, tell me about that.
I wound up going out that day to a Walmart 20 minutes away and buying bed
And you had to
linens.
buy all towels and all bed
yeah.
linens? Okay, do you have the receipt for that?
I don't. I could not find it.
Okay, what'd you end up doing with all those bed linens and towels?
I took them back home,
Okay.
of course.
And so did you did you email with her about, hey, I can't find the bed linens?
I didn't know. I did not have a computer with me.
Okay. All right, so are you receiving any calls from her complaining about the
We're
things that she's
emailing.
talking about?
Well, as Ms. Frizlowski said, she called Ron, the handyman, and he came over and did what he could to fix the pipe.
Okay,
But
did you ever complain to him about the air conditioning?
No, there was no air conditioning. There was one unit for one bedroom.
Is there one unit for one bedroom, or
There are 2 units.
There's 2 units? Does that sound right?
One was...
There was
but
one unit.
Go
One
ahead.
is not in the window.
Oh, well, it doesn't do anybody any good if
No,
it's in a garage or something.
absolutely.
Is that what you meant?
No, it's under the bed.
It's what?
It's under a bed. It's a low-profile unit.
And it's under the bed?
Yeah,
Well, how is she supposed to know that?
yeah. Ron was supposed to put it in if it was
Okay,
needed.
Ron
but
botched that one, right? Not
yeah.
putting in the unit. And what about the linens and all that?
The linens are there. I've
where
rented
were
the
they?
house. They're in a big wooden chest in the bedroom. I've never had anybody.
Did you see a
who
big wooden
couldn't
chest
find
in the
them.
bedroom?
I did, but it had blankets on top of it, and I just
What,
never
you
thought
didn't lift
to
the blankets? You couldn't be bothered to lift it? You know what I think happened? Because I think you're a little bit like me.
So it said air conditioning in the ad. Does the plaintiff have any case here?
No, I mean, it's air conditioning technically if it's like one thing.
unit.
Yeah, it's technically.
Is this plaintiff out of luck?
I agree that technically it is air conditioned. She never said that it was central air
Is
conditioning.
it the plaintiff's responsibility to say what kind of air conditioning if the ad says that? I mean, should the plaintiff say, hey, by the way, what kind of air conditioning am I getting?
Yes.
I mean, one would think that going inside the courtroom.
I don't like staying in people's houses. I don't care how nice their house is and how it's just, there's something, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like stepping around in other people's stuff. I just don't like, I think, is this the first time you've rented somebody's house? You said yes. And I think that, you know, in your mind, where you've taken all these other vacations during the course of your adult life, you've stayed in a hotel where there is room service and there is somebody who cleans maybe once or twice the room. And that's lovely and luscious, and it's a certain vacation. And you didn't expect the roughing it quality of staying in somebody's house when you're renting a house. Now, you weren't paying a lot of money for the house. It was $300 a night for a 3-bedroom house with a kitchen and everything else. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, I understand you're upset that there's one air conditioning unit, and it turns out there is only one. All right, and I don't know that you have any right to be concerned about the fact that the tile is from the 70s as opposed to the year 2010. And now, you have are there any other complaints?
Yes, there was road work outside at 8 o'clock every morning. They were redoing the roads. The sailboat, I kept telling my husband there was a surprise at the house for him. He's an avid sailor. Our family lives on the end of Long Island, and he has a sailboat, a sunfish, at his parents' house that when we go, first thing he does is put it in the water. So I kept telling him, there's a surprise, there's a surprise. Well, the day we got there, we went down to put the sunfish in the water, and the plug on the boat was cracked, and we couldn't use it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't get to use the sailboat at all?
No.
Did you ever find out what was wrong with the sailboat's plugs?
Well, the sailboat, we had used it. It floats. It has an issue. I don't think that's incompatible with using it.
Well, I don't know. What is the issue that you see that it has?
The bailing place is cracked. I mean, it has a.
Have you used it?
I haven't used it since then.
Right.
I have not used it since then.
So apparently it is an issue that's
I haven't
incompatible
even
with
had
using
an
it.
opportunity to use it since then.
Okay. How long have you been renting that house?
30 years.
30
since
years?
1981.
Wow. And it's been in your family since when?
My grandfather bought it in the 40s. When I was in college, my mom, and then it went to my mom, and I'm an only child.
Did you use it in college?
Yeah, and when I was in college, she died, and that's when I started to rent it. So I was 18, I started to rent it.
Okay. And so what did you do? Those 5 days, how'd you spend them?
At my sister's,
Okay.
because she had air conditioning.
Okay.
And a
She has
shower
central
that
air
worked.
conditioning?
No, but she had window units in every.
Okay. And did you try to stay at your sister's at all, or no? You can't.
Oh, we couldn't because her little cottage is a 3-bedroom also, and she has 4 daughters, so there were just way too many people there.
Right. Where are all the emails where you say this is unbearable, I can't stay here? There aren't any, right? Because you did stay there.
We
the
did.
AC issue
It was just
not that big an issue, or you would have left if it was unbearable.
It was just that one day.
Okay, Ms. Frizzolowski, here's my deal. Here's what I think. This is a beautiful place that you were not charged a lot of money for, that enabled you to have a vacation near your sister's house because you couldn't stay at your sister's house. This was an experience you hadn't done before, to stay in a house that somebody else uses as their house. And you didn't like it. And I understand that you didn't like it. But the question becomes, is there some fraud that she committed? Is there some misrepresentation that she committed? Or is there some reason why things did not work the way they were supposed to, that you were entitled to some money back? There are things I agree with you on, and there are things I do not agree with you on. First of all, I do not agree with you on the air conditioning, lack of air conditioning issue, and here's why. When it says air conditioning, and your sister has a cottage in this area, so you know that it's window units, I think it does require for you to say, hey, how many window units, in what rooms, etc. And it would have been easy for you to ask that question. You didn't. You assumed it meant central air conditioning because in your home in North Carolina, you have central air conditioning. But that, of course, is not how it works with these cottages on the beach, right? So that part I'm not so with you on. I am with her, though, on the whole sailboat experience. If her husband really is an avid sailor, and it is part of your advertising that they'll have a sailboat, and there was something wrong with the sailboat, that does concern me. Okay. I'm going to order Ms. Bolton to return a portion of the rental fee, certainly not all of the rental fee. I think that's unreasonable as can be. I'm going to order you to return for the various things that I do find are worth complaining about, $300. Verdict for the plaintiff, $300.
Well, so the landlord comes out here. He didn't lose entirely, but she did collect on you. What's your feeling on the outcome?
I think it's fair. It's fine. I don't mind.
Well, do you agree with, like the sailboat, for instance? She was excited about the sailboat and wasn't usable. Sort of misrepresentation?
I think it is usable, actually, but I would
So have you made
concede
any
the point.
changes at all to the cottage at all after this experience?
Yeah, I've sold it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hit right down there, okay? Wow, after all those years in the family, you made her dump the cottage.
No, I feel bad now.
You do? Should you have asked more questions before you signed up?
Yes.
What should you have asked?
What kind of air conditioning? What does the bathroom look like? More specifics.
So you let this thing ruin your whole vacation?
It did because it was so hot up there. It was 102 on Tuesday.
Harvey?
If you rent someplace sight unseen, you better get some photos. Ideally do a walkthrough, but at least get photos so you know what you're getting. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.